Alright, World Tour. Okay, first before the World Tour, I wanted to show you guys my forum post, okay? So, let me show you. Last night, or I woke up in the morning, I was like, man, I'm really pissed that PvP gear sucks. So, I was like, I'm gonna write it out. You know, I'm gonna write my ideas. I don't know if anyone cares about it, but, yeah. Basically, the post is, we've seen it? No, some people haven't seen it, so I'm showing you guys, alright? Basically, in this post, I was just complaining that it seems like it's so much easier and more convenient to get PvE gear instead of PvP gear, and it's really just taken a tremendous backseat. What really did it for me was when I looked at all these different ways you get gear. And if you look, so like random battlegrounds, worse gear than Mythic Plus zeros. And I would say random battlegrounds are actually harder. Okay. Next up, what's the next thing you can get? You get a chest from winning a brawl, 900 item level. Okay. Another thing that's crazy that I didn't even mention in this post is the world quests. So like when you get a world quest for doing 4 dungeons, I'm pretty sure it drops heroic loot, right? So you get a world quest, do 4 dungeons, then you get a guaranteed 940 piece of gear. When you get a world quest to like do 10 skirm wins or like battleground wins or whatever, I don't even know if there is one for battlegrounds, but at least the arena skirm ones, you get like a 900 item level piece or something like that, which is insane. But yeah, so if you want to like get good gear in this game, essentially, and I like getting a 940 piece, anything below 940 is trash, pretty much at this point, right? Yeah, there's a quest for 10 arena skirms, 4 BG wins, and both of them drop lower item level gear than doing 4 mythic pluses. And I guarantee you that doing 4 mythic pluses is not harder, especially when you just do mythic zeros and run around and do them AFK. But yeah, basically any gear under 940 is trash at this point, probably, right? Well, it's not trash, but it's not good. And the only way you can get over 940 gear from PvP is if you're like, you get 1 a week if you're 2K rated in arena, which most people aren't, you know what I mean? And then you get 1 piece of 950 gear if you're 2400. It scales, obviously, between 2K. So if you're like 2200, maybe you'll get a 945 or something like that. Other than that, you can do normal Argus, do any mythic pluses, 15s, which aren't too bad. You know, doing any sort of heroic in Taurus, you get it. And then obviously from that point forward, especially the week, this one's the crazy one, the mythic plus 15, you get a 960. But yeah, there was some good content in here. This one I thought was funny. You know how many times I've heard my PP buddy say, let's go get our weekly 15 done, compared to my PvE friends saying, let's go get 2400 rating so we can get our weekly cap done. You know what I mean? Like, they have such a difference in the amount of time and effort you have to put into that. And the mythic chest is still, or the weekly chest is still way the fuck higher, which is crazy. Normal is 930. Yeah, Argus is 940, which I put, see? I put normal and Taurus, 930. Heroic, heroic, or normal Argus, which is the boss. It's a higher item level. Yeah, right. So the first week of the season, I ended up probably spending 25 hours queuing arena and getting 2400 rating and playing 130 games or something like that. And I have yet to get a single upgrade from PvP gear, which is insane to me. If you go back and look, if you look at my gear, I've played about 219 games of arena so far, and I'm actually one of the higher rated people. You know, it's way worse for people that aren't super high rated. It's horrible for me, and for people that are super high rated or aren't super high rated, it's even worse. Like I don't use any PvP gear. I have Elite Warforged ring from last season, and an Elite Warforged belt, and both of those I'm probably going to easily replace. I have yet to get a single upgrade for PvP gear. It sucks. Sucks real bad, friends. But yeah, some people made some good points, and one of the things that I really hope they do is there's actually a lot of comments on this post, which is really nice. One of the things I hope they do that someone was talking about is like, it's crazy that you have to be in rival duelist range to get a once per week PvP drop on par with a normal and Taurus drop. It's also absurd that regular drops, i.e. not weekly drops, in current rival range are lower item level than in Taurus LFR drops. No wonder participation is low. And what I thought was weird is like, it doesn't. Anyways, what I said, I think it's more of a problem with the mid-range, lower-rated players. There's basically no incentive or reward for wanting to climb rating. If you, in the past, you could find other people wanting their pants or their shoulders, then you could work towards that rating. Now it's become essentially meaningless. There's no common goal for PvPers to work towards, and I think that is a big problem. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing that makes two 1700 rating players or rated players want to get 1800, or two 1800 rated players want to push for 1900 together, because there's no reward at the end of the tunnel. There's no light at the end of the tunnel for their hard work. Whereas in the past, it's like, it was such a good feeling when you finally hit your rating and you unlocked that piece of gear, and you definitely knew that it was going to be an upgrade, so it was worth putting all that time and effort for. Now it's like, oh fuck, I'm going to get Glad Range and maybe I'll never get a piece of gear. Like, what? That's not fun. And some people think that gear doesn't matter, but ultimately WoW's an MMO, and I think gear and getting rewards and incentives makes the game fun, personally. The point is rewards do not provide an incentive to participate at all. And one of the things I said as well is, this is an anecdote from me. I've been playing the game since vanilla and haven't really dipped my feet in much PvE content since early Wrath of the Lich King. This expansion with the +10, +15 chest rewards for Mythic Plus, I decided it was worth my time to complete this task weekly. I didn't feel like I was wasting my time and ended up enjoying the content as a way to progress my character. As a result, I've come to really enjoy this type of content and now participate in Mythic raiding as well. If there wasn't that initial incentive to try out the content and feel good about getting gear, I never would have done it in the first place. And that's true. It really is true. If Mythic Plus didn't drop gear that was relevant for people and there was no chest, I want to know what the participation would be. Because it is fun. I like it. But you know what's even more fun is like, oh shit, I do this +15. I'm going to get a 960 piece of gear. Sweet. Like, that's awesome. You know? Whereas in PvP, there's nothing like that. You're never excited unless you're the highest rated person, and even I'm not excited. I'm the highest rating you can possibly be. I get the best rewards you can possibly get, and I'm not excited at all. I'm never like, oh shit, let's get my cap down. I can't wait to bonus roll it. It's just, yeah, whatever. You know, I'm not gonna really probably get any upgrades anyways. It sucks.
Fuck yeah, bud.
Preach, brother. Hang in there. Liz will fix this shit.
Thank you very much for the resub, Grenamar. Thank you, thank you. Also, like, I don't know. It's so, like, another thing I was thinking, I don't know how they actually fixed this, but it was actually really fun for me to, like, you know, make normal and Taurus runs, or, like, heroic and Taurus runs with my stream and get some bosses down, or, like, get, you know, people in my community together and do like Mythic Pluses where we can all like do something and, you know, get gear, and it's worth it for all of us. And PvP, it's not really like, you know how many fucking RBGs we have to play in order to get anything that's relevant? It's crazy. And how much harder it is makes it not feel worth it. At the end of the day, I feel like right now the only reason to PvP is if you just love PvP. If you're like me, if you're a player like me who just actually genuinely loves PvP, that's the only way. That's the only reason why you'd want to play it. A lot of people just find it a frustrating experience and just lose. And I don't know. Gear rewards are king in WoW, and I feel like this season, I don't think the whole. Actually, the whole expansion's been pretty bad, to be honest with you. If you're not like super high end, it's not. It's been not a really rewarding experience. It's been really shitty. Without gear, it's kind of like playing Counter-Strike. You play a couple games for the lulz and some cosmetic bring. It doesn't feel like you're working towards something. Yeah, could you link the thread? Sure, I'll link it in the chat if you guys want to check it out. Am I going to play vanilla service? Yep. Gear shouldn't be an incentive to PvP. I don't agree with that. You didn't even mention prestige rewards. Yeah, you don't get anything for prestige. Oh yeah, that's another thing. You don't get like a cool piece of gear for prestiging. Yeah, that's true. Prestige rewards are really bad. They're really bad. There are players who would end up really enjoying PvP, like you would appreciate PvE, but they never really touch it because the incentive just isn't there. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I don't know, man. I am actually not against PvP gear having something that could be good in PvE, even if it's like not significant. Like, I remember gloves back in the day, like a set bonus for mage was their fire blast had a longer range, you know, something that wasn't super significant, but it was like kind of nice. That could be useful in the stuff that's not just PvP, that, you know, people could maybe want to go and reward and collect, and I don't know. The weekly PvP reward should be 930 base. It should be 100%. There's no 100%. Like, yeah. There's just the one thing that really blows my mind is just even just the weekly rewards for PvP are worse. Why, if you do 4 mythic dungeons, do you get a 940 piece? And why, if you do, you know, 10 skirm wins or, you know, 4 battleground wins or whatever, do you get like a 900 piece? It's not right. It's not right, stream, okay? And we're not putting up with it any longer. Actually, we probably will put up with it till the end of the expansion, because I doubt they'll fix it, to be honest with you, but maybe next expansion. So we'll put up with it for now, but not next expansion. Alright? Anyways, that's my rant. Yeah.